Hey everybody, so here we are. We're getting ready to replace this side vent on this 2001 Acura NSX. So we're going to start with the car on a jack with a stand. Wheels off. So we're going to remove the front half of this fender liner. We don't have to take the whole thing out, just got to remove the front part so we can reach behind the body panel and undo the two fasteners that hold on the side grille. So take these three screws out, kind of roll this out of the way. Now this one has this air duct that comes in, so we may end up having to remove more of the fender liner to be able to get this air duct here out of the way, because we have to reach in front of this duct in order to get to what we're doing. So it's held on by 10mm fasteners, so we're going to go ahead and take those out. Okay, so 10mm and an extension. I know the ratchet's a bit of an overkill, but it's what I had on hand. Sometimes you just got to work with what you have. So now we're just about got this screw out. It seems like it's way too long for what it needs to be, which I have some other fasteners I'm probably going to put back in their place that are more proper. This has been taken apart before, so these particular fasteners I don't think are necessarily 100% right for this duct. But now that that duct is out, now we can reach in here, and this one's not as tight as the one on the other side was. So this one is kind of what it should have been, is like finger tight. And that is these kind of fasteners right here. Very special ones for this particular application. Now that bottom one is very tight, so we're going to grab it with some pliers, or at least try to. Now we may end up having to do what the other side was done and take loose this tin so we get a little flex out of the body. And are able to move the body just ever so slightly. Now we've got a little flex, which makes it a little bit easier to reach in with the pliers and grab the one remaining fastener, because it only has two. They're very tricky to get to. You can feel them, but you can't really see them. Just got it broke loose right there. So kick those out of the way. Yep, that was it. There's the second one. Now we're going to reach in behind here, push this out. So there's our side vent out of the car. Now here's our fancy new carbon piece from Downforce. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of that brand or not, but I haven't. But anyway, that's the brand name printed on the piece itself. Relatively simple to put in. It's only 2 fasteners to get the other side in. This side takes a little bit more effort. And it did fall all the way through, so that's at least lucky. Like I said, these are a little tricky because you can't see what you're getting to. And you can't really, you can feel them, but you don't get a good grip. But once they get started, they're okay. So I think that's it, yep. So that one started up. And really with something like this, by the time you're done using these latex gloves, they're going to be pretty well destroyed by the time you're done because of all of those sharp edges. Then, you know, it's just, they don't work out. So, as you can see, the gloves don't last. Now, just like the other side, when installing these, the fitment of getting them back on is much easier than taking them off, because the way this duct is routed, it doesn't go in quite as deep as the original. Now we'll reach in and grab them with the pliers again and kind of snug them up a little. There's that. Now we will take this one smaller fastener and go ahead and bolt our trim back down. We will be putting that duct back in. Hopefully it fits. If it doesn't, we'll just have to roll without it. So you got to be sure that get this boot back in its little slot there. Get your two 10mm fasteners and hold this in and go ahead and tighten them up. Alright, so those are both started. Get them tight. Then we'll get the wheels back on and take a look at the car all the way around. trim screws, these are incredibly long. All right, and there we are. That piece is in. And so now we're going to go ahead and put the wheel back on. Now, these wheels, I believe, probably should have been a little less offset, because they come out right to the edge, and that's a little much for the way this car sits. So now we're going to go ahead and snug these down and then set the car on the ground, tighten them up. So there we are, all tight. I'm going to go over them one more time because I didn't bring my torque wrench with me. And just make sure they're tight. Yes, all tight. So here we are, car's done. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. We're gonna make sure you can see what we did real quick. So if we look here, we can see how much more these stick out because the originals were flush with the body. And these give it a bit more of a vent. And if we look over here, that's it. That's Project Gift Horse, and there will be more videos on this car too. But anyway, thanks for watching the NSX. Come back and see some more with me, and leave me some comments as to what you'd like to see. There will be some Maserati stuff coming up, and some more Volkswagen Audi stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.